Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 398, problem 4. You may use a calculator. I do recommend using a calculator, although I've done this problem many times with and without a calculator. I recommend the calculator not because it's more accurate, but because it could be slightly faster. Okay. It says, at a home goods store, saucepans always cost 30% more than their matching lids, and items can be gift wrapped for a fee of $5 per individual item. If a particular saucepan costs $36.40, how much will it cost to purchase the saucepan and its lid and have each piece gift wrapped separately? Okay, I normally stress chronology. In this case, I'm going to make a little bit of an exception, and if you don't want to make an exception when you review this problem and do it for yourself, then don't do that. My reason is this, that if there's something you're likely to forget, or something that somebody is likely to forget that will cause them to get the wrong answer for just forgetfulness, if you put it first in the formula, then you're less likely to forget it. So if you work from what is most certain to what is least certain, that's another way of doing things when the chronology is not vital, and it's not vital in this case. Here I have three versions of this story. In the beginning, 5 and 5. I put them both there. I haven't condensed them. I didn't put 10. I put 5 and 5. That's a reminder. I'm going to wrap them. I have an item wrapped for $5, another item wrapped for $5. That part of the story is exactly the same. It's the easiest part of the thing to understand. It's also the easiest thing to forget, probably. Okay? Probably. Thing that is second easiest to understand would be the price of the pan. This is a version of the story that only shows you the cost of wrapping. This version and this version sort of show you the price of the lid, but they definitely show you the price of the pan. $36.40. So in both versions of this story, it's the same. Okay, where they diverge is here. I know it's a little cramped, it's a little crunchy, but I want to make sure that you see everything. There are two versions of this story. In one version, we take the larger number and we multiply it by a number smaller than 1 in order to make that number smaller, as if we were discounting, okay? As if we were discounting. I know we're not discounting. I know. But the math here looks the same, and if this were, I'm spoiling this, if this were the correct answer, then that would be the same. The math would be the same. Okay, down here, which I'm telling you right now, since I've spoiled it, is the correct version, is where we take the larger number and we divide it by the number that we would have multiplied the smaller number by in order to get the larger number. The reason why these are different and have to be different is 30% of the larger number is not 30% of the smaller number. It's not. If you try this problem after I show you everything, try it on your own, see what happens. You're going to find that it's not. 30% is not the same. If it's okay. So what is the difference here? In this case, we are referencing the larger number, which we might be tempted to do because that is given to us. Okay, just take the 30% off that. No, don't do it. In this case, we're referencing the smaller number, which we do not know, and that is more. It's a little bit more complicated. So there's a temptation to not do it and do it the other way. Don't give in to that temptation if you want points on the test. Do it right. Okay. You have to take the smaller number, multiply it by this number in order to get that number, except you don't have that number. You can reverse the process by not multiplying, but by dividing. Okay? So if you read this problem again carefully, it says the saucepans always cost 30% more than their matching lids. So this is not parallel to a discount narrative. This is parallel to a taxation narrative. I hope I've explained this well enough in the other videos. I'm not going to go over it again in this video. Watch the previous videos. Okay, so this number, the lid, is multiplied by this other number that makes it larger to there. Does this make a real difference? Yes, it does. And it will on at least one extremely similar problem on the test, because test designers use the same traps every single time to try to get you to make the same mistakes that they know a certain number of students are going to make. And just don't be that student. Let the person next to you be that student. Okay? You do it right and get the points that you deserve. So okay. Video's taking too long. I know. I just want to be absolutely clear. I want to be absolutely clear. So here's the calculator. You can't see it. And so I'm just going to input these numbers and show you what the difference is. Here we have, okay, contrary to what I said, I'm going to add those in at the end. I know, but it's easier. I have to do this part here. 36.40, I'm going to go in this direction. I know, that's not what I said, but that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be 36.40, 36.40, including the 0. Okay, now I'm gonna multiply it by 0.7. Okay, 0.70. My answer is 25.48. Okay, that is what, if we are lazy, we decide is the price of the pan. I'm sorry, the price of the lid. And to that we will add the 36.40. And we get 61.88, and then I'm not gonna add 5 twice. I'm gonna add 10. You're gonna hear me clicking only enough times to add 10. And I know you know what the answer is. I'm just being thorough. There, calculator says 71.88. Yay, it's on the list. That's the correct answer because no, it's not. It's not. Okay, but remember that. We're gonna look at this a little bit more. Down here is the correct story. 36.40 is divided by 1.3. Aren't we going to get the same number as before? We're going to get the same 25 point. No, we get 28. 28 should be the real price of the lid. To that we can add the 36.40. 64.4, and to that I'm going to add the 10. And we have 74.4 is your correct answer. You notice these answers are not the same. Why are they not the same? Because 30% of the larger number is not 30% of the smaller number. How many times have I said this? I know. I'm not frustrated with you. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking to specifically. But you can sense the frustration in my voice from from having explained this I don't know how many times to how many students. And it's not that I don't like to teach. It's just it's one of these things where if it keeps happening, it gets to you. 30% of the larger number is not 30% of the smaller number. Okay, so what's puzzling to me about these answers is that they can't be explained by missing a 5 or by missing 10. Okay, I don't see a 40 here, and I don't see an 88 here, so I don't really know where these answers come from. But this is another creative challenge for you. Great, if you can figure this out for me, then you will be starting to get inside of some test designer's mind, which is part of the time where you want to be while you're preparing for a test. Okay, help me understand how somebody allegedly came up with these numbers, other than just by pressing wrong buttons on a calculator. These are not obvious wrong answers to me, and I have become a connoisseur and an aficionado of wrong answers, as you know. So please, any explanation, help me out.